welcome back or welcome to the vlog. If this is your first time stumbling on one of my videos, I'm Taylor. I'm so glad you're here. I had a nice productive morning, got out, ran some errands, started the morning with a matcha from my favorite place, and then went and got my weekly flower restock. I look forward to that every Friday. And then I actually made another stop that I didn't vlog because I was just gonna run in and out and get one thing, and then I walked out with a couple of other things. So let me show you guys what I got. But we're gonna spend a few days leaning into a routine. I wanna piggyback off my last vlog. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, I will tag that for you up here. I really want to piggyback off of that vlog and continue to focus on presence and mindfulness. I want to have my phone bricked for most of the weekend and just enjoy some downtime. Right now, productivity for me is going to look like leaning into my mental health and my physical health. So we're going to be doing some yoga this weekend. We're going to get some sun this weekend, which has been the trend in my last few vlogs if you've been around. We are soaking up every ounce of summer around here, and we're just going to lean into routines that feel good. So let this be a gentle reminder that productivity does not have to look like checking things off of a to-do list, cleaning your house, running a whole bunch of errands. It can just look like self-care and doing things to fill your own cup and knowing when you need to step back and when you need to give yourself a break. And that is what we are going to do because my body has been screaming at me to slow down. And I'm happy to report that since the last vlog, I have been doing a really good job at just being present and leaving my phone bricked for a lot of the day and just trying to really fill my cup and not put pressure on myself to do anything specific like finish a book really quickly or the many other things that are always going on in my head. So this morning when I went to get a matcha, I had been wanting to pick up La La Land's matcha to have at home, but last time that I went, they were sold out and they're pretty frequently sold out. I got very, very lucky today. I actually went in to get their little mug that's like, has a little saucer. I'll put a picture here if I can find it, but I actually didn't like it at all. The quality of it was just, it was a really thick mug and saucer, and it's just really kind of clunky and awkward, and I just didn't see myself actually loving it while using it. So I didn't get that, but I did get their tote, which I just think is so cute. So I'm so excited to take this to the pool this weekend. I just love the size of it. The back has a really cute little angel outline. I really like the canvas material. I've been into having a canvas tote lately, and there are 2 pockets in the inside, which is so nice. And this was, I thought, very fairly priced. It was only $19. I was like, yes, I will take that. So I got that, and then I was like, hey, can you actually check if there's any ones that haven't been like tampered with and touched? And so the girl that worked there went and checked like in their stock, and she found a matcha. I was like, oh my gosh, you're kidding me, I'm taking that too. So I got very lucky. I love the packaging, it's so cute. This is ceremonial matcha. It says it is from Japan, specifically harvested in the Uji region. Very excited to have this. I'm still currently finishing my other ceremonial grade matcha that I got. So delicious, loving it so much. So now that I'm kind of in the groove of making my own matchas at home, I want to be sure to continue to have some good quality matcha on hand. I also really been wanting to try a blueberry matcha. I might make some blueberry syrup this weekend. Maybe we'll do that together and have some like nice iced blueberry matchas. And then I made an extra stop. If you watched my last reading vlog, I went to Barnes & Noble to pick up a B&N exclusive edition of Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. And the Barnes & Noble I went to couldn't find their 1 copy. Every store got 1 copy. So another store was holding it for me and I went and picked it up. A whole entire moment for this, guys. A whole entire moment. The book itself, like this is without the dust jacket. Are you kidding me? And the absolute best part, because I love Rebel Blue so much, like I feel it, like I want to go to Wyoming so bad after this, and never in my life was I like, I want to go to Wyoming. Now I do. Are you kidding me? I'm so happy. I'm also itching to reread this already. It's such a quick series. If you like cowboy romances, you would love this series. If you have not picked it up, what are you doing? Go pick it up. So the most important book of the month has been secured. And then I went to pick up my Patreon's August book club pick, which is Dolly All the Time by Annabelle Monaghan. I'm gonna butcher that. I don't know. I have not read anything by this author before. I have one on the lineup to read before this one actually, so we'll see if I get to it. I want like a new poolside read. On that topic, I am also currently reading our July pick for Patreon because we're gonna meet this weekend, which is Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. I mentioned that in my last vlog. I'm loving it. This is quirky, this is fun. I've laughed out loud. The beginning scene, Green Day playing in the background, that's all you need to know. Absolutely hilarious. It definitely like scratched an itch in my millennial brain. And then I was actually looking at getting, I think it's Heartstoppers. I think it's called Heartstoppers. It's a graphic novel series. It's a queer YA romance and it's a TV show. So much going on. That was a mouthful. But I'm thinking about picking those books up. There's now 6 of them. The last one just came out. So I went to go look at them, kind of price them and see. And I ended up seeing this graphic novel of To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. And this is actually one I wanted to read this summer. Andrew and I were going to read together because last summer we read This Summer I Turned Pretty together. We watched the show and we loved it, and it's just like a core memory for us. So we were going to do that with this. And then I saw this and I was like, this is adorable. I've never read a graphic novel. Something about this was just so cute. The art inside is so fun. So I'm very excited to read it this way. We'll see. Like, I have no idea like how different it's going to be from reading the actual book. And then I know there's obviously 2 more after this, I believe. So I'm excited to dive into another Jenny Han series. Also, I feel like this one is going to be really easy and quick because it's a graphic novel. So that's the B&N haul. I think I want to go do a little bit of shelf reorganization. I've just got another Sunny Angel set. I got some more shelves. I've got new jelly cats. I have books sitting on the floor. I just kind of want to go reorganize the bookshelves in my office. Good morning, lovelies. The day has panned out a little differently than planned. We were going to head to Hatha Yoga this morning. However, we had to cancel the class because Andrew was up sick through the night and I didn't get too much sleep. So we ended up having a nice sleep in. I am still going to go to the yoga studio. You're able to go in and use the facilities as long as there's no classes happening. And there are no classes happening this afternoon. And I'm trying to keep the promise to myself that I'm going to get on my mat at least once a week. So we will be going to the yoga studio and doing a little bit of yoga, which honestly might have worked out for the best because I have hurt my wrist. I'm not sure if it's a sprain. I'm not sure if it's tendonitis. If you were around last year, you know that I was having issues with my left wrist and actually went to PT for a few months. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to do that for the other. I don't know if I'm just being on tech all day is getting to me, but either way, it's probably worked out for the best. That way I can just kind of take my practice as slow and as mindful as I want to, and I can kind of do poses where I get to lay off my wrist as much as possible. Other than that, I think I'm going to head to the pool after. I don't know that I will actually get in the water or spend too much time there today, but I do want to get a little bit of sun and just read by the pool for a little bit. I'm absolutely loving Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, and I cannot wait to give you guys my final thoughts. So let's get this day started. Alright loves, it is quite literally the next day. I ended up coming home, finishing Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, just having a nice relaxing night with Andrew. He still wasn't feeling the best, and so we just stayed snuggled up all night. We're watching all the Spider-Man backlogs. I love Spider-Man so much, we're enjoying it, and we're gonna continue that tonight with the second Tom Holland film. When I tell you guys that I absolutely love this book, this is 5 stars for me. I can see where not everybody is going to appreciate this. I think that if you are somebody who has anxiety, OCD, panic disorder, or knows/loves somebody with OCD, anxiety, panic disorder, then you will appreciate this on a different level. I also think it was really refreshing to have a love story, and also it was kind of like a love letter to self, really, but I think it was really refreshing to have a love story that was messy and that really does shed light on the parts of intimacy and self-talk that you have when you're dating and when you're you know, out there, putting yourself out there, you're meeting different people and just getting that internal dialogue from somebody. As a reader, I can see where people are like, oh, it's, you know, it's kind of a lot or it's uncomfortable, and it's meant to be because that's the reality. Like everything that's going on in your mind when you're dating, all of your insecurities, how uncomfortable intimacy can be, how awkward it can be. And I just think that Brooke captured that so well. This was such a beautiful story. It's under 300 pages. I honestly was audiobooking it a little bit when I started, and I was like, I don't even want to audiobook this. I just want to savor it. And I did just that. And it was so nice to just be so invested in a book, and it had all my attention. I wasn't doing anything else while reading. It was just exactly what I needed. Like, as I mentioned, I'm really just trying to be mindful and do one thing at a time. And for me, the whole point of this vlog and like the soft discipline component of this vlog is to pour into my cup, and do that in a mindful way often means being present and doing one thing at a time, which can be challenging for me as somebody who is a busybody. All that to say, 5 stars. If you have not picked this up, I cannot recommend it enough. This was so refreshing, so fun. It's on my top reads for the year, and I have read almost 60 books. So take with that what you will. Today, I'm going to continue to pour into my cup. I'm going to do some laundry. Probably won't even fold it. We'll just do like the laundry part and fold it during the week slowly. I'm going to start another book, which I want to be fully present for. We're going to read Best Offer Wins by Marissa Cashino. This is one I've had on my TBR for a while, and I'm not going to put it off anymore. It's literally under 300 pages as well. It's giving bingeable vibes, just like Phoebe Berman. And I don't know, maybe we'll start and finish this today. I do have a little bit of work to do. I have a report for work and some notes, which I think I'll do later, and like while we watch our movie. I tend to like to sit on the couch and write my reports while watching a movie, which is doing 2 things at the same time, but I think I'm going to make that exception. That way I can maximize my day doing things that I want to do. I also finished every single journal in my pocket journal, so we need to change out the journals and do some decorating and some organizing, which I think will be fun. But other than that, let's make a matcha, and I think we'll start with organizing the journal.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove.
Okay, my AC just kicked on, and you already know it's loud as hell. Wow. I've been wanting to make a blueberry matcha all summer. Finally, I'm just like bit the bullet and did it. Perfect timing because Andrew went on lunch. He works today. He went on lunch and I was like, can you help me? Because it's like just messy. It's a lot going on. And so he like helped me with the cleanup and helped me with the straining. It was so much easier that way. So now I have some syrup left over for the week. I also kept the pulp that I think I'm gonna put in some yogurt, and it's just gonna be so lovely. This is delicious. I'm currently finishing my matcha from the brand Nami. I got their yummy flavor. Perfectly nutty, perfectly balanced, especially if you are really into matcha and wanting to kind of step up from this like grocery store beginner sort of thing. I savor it and enjoy it in little increments since I'm very caffeine sensitive. I did, however, make him the traditional ratio that Nami recommended, and is absolutely delicious. So what I did is I just cut that in half for me. You guys saw me making his matcha, so you can get kind of the traditional. It's 3 grams of matcha, 40 grams of water, 10 grams of sweetener, and 115 grams of milk, if you're wondering. For me, I just cut all of that in half, and then we just put however much blueberry syrup we wanted. For the blueberry syrup, I did like 1.5 cups of blueberries to 1.5 cups of water, but next time I will only do 1 cup of water because I want it thicker. And then I did 3/4 cup of regular white sugar. Oh, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Very good, first time making it. That recipe is not my own, it's from TikTok. Oh my gosh, it's just getting quality matcha, so worth it, and I can't wait to try the one from La La Land and actually make it here at home. But okay, we are set up. I have all of my journal supplies. Pocket journal refills. These are from Paper Republic. I'm so one of those people that like, if I order a journal from Paper Republic, then I want the Paper Republic inserts. For my birthday, I'm going to be having a virtual appointment with Louise Carmen because I don't think I can wait until we go to Paris. And I'm going to want Louise Carmen inserts, so I'm probably gonna just order more refills with my order. I don't know, I'm just that person. So here I have a plain paper refill left, a dotted paper refill left, and then I still have a full pack of plain paper, a full pack of dotted, and then I guess I do not have any more lined So I will need to order some more lined because I do actually really like to journal on lined paper. I also have extra ribbons here, but I think I'll just be keeping my red ribbon because I really like the way that one looks. And then I have all my journaling supplies here. I'm also going to kind of check in with my big journal. I have a few ideas for some new rituals that I want to start to do, and I'll share them with you in a minute. That is why I picked up a pack of Post-its to put those in here. But this is my utility bag from the brand Delphonics. It's really nice for journaling if you're a journaling person. It's got all kinds of pockets and things. And then in the back, I have some gold letters. So we will decorate the front of the journals as well. Okay, the pocket journal is done. I've really just been sat here for a couple of hours taking my time. I looked at some TikTok inspiration, just really thinking about kind of the phase of journaling that I'm in, what's worked for me, what hasn't. I've spoke about this recently, and just kind of making sure that the system I have in here is something I'm going to use and really kind of take the pressure off. Let me give you a quick tour. I went ahead and put my Kaweco Sport here. It is the pen that I got to go with this journal for the red. However, it has not been my favorite pen to use lately. It is extra fine, but it does have beautiful brown ink. I've been actually really loving my Pilot Kakuno, so if you're getting into fountain pens, these are great places to start. Kept the charms on the front, and then the only thing I didn't change was my Sudoku book in the back. I went ahead and put a few more paper clips just to kind of keep everything from sloshing around in my card and cash holder. So I have just paper clipped here my color swatches. This is my color palette. I'm a true autumn, and so I have this kind of on the go that I can take with me shopping and things like that. And then I put back in here actually the certificate of authenticity that I got with this from Paper Republic. And I'm actually not sure if this is for this pocket journal or for my bigger journal that I got from them, but either way I put that in here because I do really like it. And then the first journal in here is my brain dump, and I'm cracked up over this. I went and showed Andrew. I was like, I totally forgot I had this sticker. I was gonna put a cat one, and I was like, this sticker is so cute. It's so funny. I love the little peace sign. It's gonna make me laugh every single time. And because I did not have a brain dump journal before, I did put a sticky note inside with some ideas. And so if you have a journal and you're looking for ideas, this is my kind of where I'm thinking I want to take this. This is gonna be a brain dump for worries, to include doing a worry cloud. This is a concept that I found from a girl on TikTok. I will put her name here on the screen for you guys. She has some really great ideas for how to journal, but basically a worry cloud is a sticky note, which is why I got the sticky notes, is a sticky note that you put in your journal every week, and you just kind of write down like all the things that you're worried about, and then at the end of the week you check in and write what came true, what didn't, and most of the time you'll find, if you have anxiety like myself, that those things did not come true. Especially if you have OCD and are racked with intrusive thoughts. If you can relate, you know what I'm talking about. I think that this practice will be really, really good for me. I actually did not know that I had OCD until my therapist that I just started with back in December informed me, and I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense, because my OCD presents a little bit differently than others. I guess it's really common in females, but it's just really intense, intrusive thoughts. That makes so much sense. Thank you for informing me. So I think that will help. I want to use this journal for just general thoughts, ideas, to include good and bad ideas, which I think will be fun. Lists, like joy lists, worry lists can go in here too if I don't do a worry cloud. Seasonal lists, things that I want to do in the spring, summer, winter, which I've really loved doing. General to-dos, wish lists, to also include impulse wish lists, which I think will be fun. Just kind of like, what am I wanting to buy? And then really coming back and being like, okay, I'm glad I did not buy that in that moment. Notes to self, some other general ideas. And then I have here pocket games. So Andrew and I have been really trying to focus on doing activities together where we're just not on any devices. We're not watching TV or anything, because we love movies, we love TV, and we love talking movies and TV. Like, we dissect things, which is so fun. And I love that about our relationship. But I also love to do things off the screen with him. So kind of writing those ideas as well. So that's the brain dump journal. Then I have the other side of the card and cash holder here, which I've also clipped all of these little dot stickers with a paper clip, and it's not moving around. That's the back. And then my next journal is, I've kind of sat on this one for a minute. I wasn't sure if I was just gonna write journal, diary, therapy journal, which I really love, but I just landed on diary because I think I'll just have this as like a really more emotional connection to self in the traditional sense of like notes from therapy, your daily diary dump. I'm the kind of person that can be very hard on myself, so I feel like having maybe like a daily sentence or daily reflection will be really good. I have a couple of stickers here that I like. This is one of my Sunny Angel stickers, and I actually have that Sunny Angel hanging off of my journal case. And then this is another sticker that I actually got from our independent bookstore here that I love, and it says, "They say everything happens for a reason, but what the fuck?" And I just thought that that was perfect. So there's that. And then my other notebook that I added is my sketchbook. I have loved sketching in the last year. It's just been so fun to doodle, and I feel like looking back, I can see things that I was obsessed with. Like, oh my gosh, last November I was obsessed with Elio by Pixar. This last month I was obsessed with Avatar, The Last Airbender, and I can just go back and see my sketches and be like, oh, remember that? And I feel like that's just like also a really good memory keeper for me. I put this sticker of Pachaco, who is my favorite Sanrio character, next to Peckle. Peckle and Pachaco, if you know, you know, the OG characters. I actually recently got a Sanrio blind box, and I wanted Pachaco so bad, and I actually got him, which is absolutely crazy. You may have peeped him on my bookshelf. But that is a pocket journal, and if you're not into the journal content, you can skip ahead. I'll go through my big one really quick. This is also from Paper Republic. These are both Grand Voyagers. The small one is the Cognac pocket size. This is the Venetia color in the size XL. I've also put a clip here with one of my favorite Monet photos. This is a postcard that I got from a trip to the museum. And then I also put one of my favorite Picassos on the back, with another clip. Instead of them just sitting in the card and cash holder like they were, I thought it would be nice to actually have them here. Something I like about these journals is the simplicity inside. There's like no pockets, so you can kind of do what you want. Oh my gosh, I can still smell the leather on this because I keep it in the bag. It's a card and cash holder as well, which is decorated. I want to start keeping some more things in here. Right now, I keep like things that I want to commonplace about. So I've been keeping like a large long form commonplace and also like a journal simultaneously. So like a girlfriend and I went to the Japanese tea gardens here. So then I came back, put my postcard in there, which I'll show you. Put the postcard in there that I got from the shop there, and then did some commonplacing about it. And then on the other side, I journaled about my day with her. And so I've been doing that like with the museum, with Andrew. And so for our anniversary that recently passed, we went to a place called Oblate Clay, and we did some pottery there. We're gonna pick up our pieces in a couple weeks. So I do wanna journal about that, and maybe just commonplace about like the history of pottery or something. I have no idea, but I think that that will be fun. It's just kind of a way to stay curious and whimsical. And then I just have like a couple of other tags in here that I like. This is Miffy, and this is from another blind box that I got. I want to start to kind of really keep some things in this and find a better use for it. And then this is my journal here that I long form gratitude journal often, but also morning pages as well. And also something called just like stream of consciousness journaling, which I love. I just set a timer and journal. And then I have, like I said, my long form commonplace. And then I have my larger sketchbook here in the back. I need to go ahead and decorate this some more, so I might sit and do that here. This is Paper Republic's actual nice sketchbook, so it's really thick. So I'm thinking I might want to start doing some painting, watercoloring, and things like that. And that is my bigger journal. If you're also a journaling girly, let me know. I am so excited to get a Louise Carmen this year for my birthday and add that to my journaling ecosystem. I want to start being more intentional about using my larger journal because, like I said, I'm so protective of it and I keep it in my carrying case. But I think I'm just going to start throwing the pocket one in my purse, making room for it in my purse, and keeping this one out on my nightstand or on the end table in the living room and just keeping it out and accessible. But all right, I think that's enough yapping. I want to go start this book. Delicious. We had some unexpected guests. Family came over and we ended up talking and chatting for a while, so it got late very quickly. But I did finish Best Offer Wins. This was dark. It was funny. It was such a quick read. It was so nice to read a book in a day. I'm gonna give this one 4 stars. I feel like this is bingeable. It's such a good read. If you just want to sit down and eat up a book in one sitting, this is so good for that. If you're craving a thriller, something that's a little bit lighthearted and very, very different, very unique, very fresh. This is her first book as well, so shout out to her. I think she did a great job. I found myself at times thinking about the main character thinking, at first I was like, she's a sociopath. I don't even know if I told you guys about this book. So basically, I think I did. She's willing to do whatever it takes to get the house of her dreams, whatever it takes. For most part of the book, I'm like, she is a sociopath. This chick is crazy. So you just like can't put it down. It's a page turner. But then I also found myself at times being like, I mean, it's not that crazy, you know what I mean? So it was fun. It was a good time. Andrew's tinkering around behind me because we are going to change out the batteries in some of the candles behind me. We do at least want to start Far From Home tonight, and then we'll probably finish it tomorrow. We're so in the thick of the Spider-Man lore right now. I do want to do a quick shout out to O Station. They kindly sent me their battery recharging station, and it is so neat. Not only did they send me AA's and AAA's, and I'm so glad because all of these candles behind me that you see throughout my house, they're battery operated, and we go through batteries like crazy. So when they reached out to send me this as a gift, I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So Andrew is currently behind me getting some of the candles that need to be refreshed with batteries. The batteries have been charging in the station. It's so cool. It connects to my phone and tells me when they're charged. They like cycle through on their own. You put them in a compartment and then they come out of the bottom. I'm just nerding out over it. It's so cool. Even Andrew's like, this is a neat gift. I'm like, yes, we love it so much. And it's going to be nice to have like rechargeable batteries because it's nice to try and decrease waste wherever whenever we can. The smallest things really do add up. So yeah, we've just been nerding out over it. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get cozy. We're gonna watch our movie. But thank you so much to O Station for sending me this recharging station. We love it so much. If you are like us and use a lot of batteries and you are interested in getting yourself an O Station, some rechargeable batteries, I will have a code linked for you in the description of this video. But other than that, guys, I feel like I had a really relaxing weekend. Being disciplined in not just getting things done around the house or getting on my mat, but being disciplined in a mindful way, being present with my family when they were here, being present with my books, being all consumed with my journal refresh and just focusing on that and just having so much mindfulness. And it really has been helping my mental health, and it's been helping my sleep and everything all around. So this is your reminder to be present, do something that fills up your cup, do something for you. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you in the next cozy vlog. Bye.